Come closer, sweetheart. Sit next to me. I want to tell you a story, a memory really, from a time long before you were born. It's a story that's lived inside me like an old photograph, tucked away and yellowing at the edges. I'm getting on in years now, and it's time you heard it, and maybe time you carry a bit of it with you. My voice might shake a little, but bear with me. It was a night, much like tonight, quiet, too quiet. We huddled in the corner of our small house, my family and I, trying to make ourselves invisible, holding our breaths against the thickness of the silence. Outside, the world was breaking, shattering piece by piece under the weight of war. The kind of war that doesn't just break buildings, but breaks people, families, hearts. My younger brother Jacob, he was just 5 then, would look at me with these big brown eyes, full of questions he couldn't quite form into words. Our mother would brush the dirt from his face, her touch tender, hiding her own fear. I remember her whispering prayers under her breath, her lips barely moving, as if the prayers might break in the cold air. The soldiers came often, marching down the cobbled streets with heavy boots that spoke louder than their shouts. We learned to know the sound of those boots, the way they echoed toward us like a storm rolling in. Each time, the terror of not knowing if the next day would come settled deeper in our bones. One night, the air was pierced by the sudden shout of orders, closer than before. My father's face turned grave. His eyes met ours, a silent command to move. We grabbed what little we could carry, the essentials wrapped in an old towel. Father covered Jacob's ears when the explosion started again, searing noises that turned night into day. We slipped into the night like shadows, indistinct against the darkness. We moved fast, or tried to. With each step, the gravel under our feet felt like tiny explosions, and our hearts beat fast with a fear that was like an ever-present shadow. I held Jacob's hand tightly, his little fingers clutching mine with desperation, as if letting go might mean disappearing into the void. We made our way through the forest that bordered our village, its trees like towering sentinels, watching silently over our flight. Each branch we brushed against seemed to carry the whispers of others who had fled before us. The ground was cold, unforgiving, and the night air felt like knives on our skin. But we kept moving, driven by a love that even fear couldn't silence. There were moments we doubted our strength, felt the tiredness in our bones like a weight too heavy to carry. Jacob, too tired to keep going, mumbled through his exhaustion, "Are we going to be okay?" I promised him, with tears I tried to hide, "I'll protect you, no matter what." We stumbled upon an abandoned barn, its timbers creaking like an old man sighing in the wind. Inside, we collapsed onto the straw-covered floor, clutching each other against the biting cold. It was there we shared the last piece of bread, small hands dividing it carefully, each crumb a treasure. Outside, gunshots punctuated the silence, moving closer, then further, like a deadly dance we were desperate not to join. Hushed whispers were all we dared, exchanging hopes that seemed as fragile as the straw we lay upon. Even in those darkest moments, hope flickered, a stubborn flame refusing to be snuffed out. We moved again, our journey a string of cold hours pulling endless and heavy behind us. Deciding which path might keep us alive was a cruel guessing game, one we played with no winners. But still, we walked, each step a testament to our determination, our unyielding will to survive. The days blurred into a smeared landscape of frost and fear. During one journey, wedged between freezing moments of indecision, I remember a brief, tiny smile passing between us, a reminder that love hadn't abandoned us. We had moments where separation seemed inevitable, where amidst running, we almost lost each other. But we'd hold tightly, hands clasped like lifelines, mothers to daughters, brothers to sisters, a promise to never let go. No matter what the world tried to take from us, these memories, once fresh wounds, have healed into scars. They itch sometimes, reminding me of the lives we left behind, the innocence lost amongst the ash of destruction. War changes you, shapes you in ways you can't anticipate. You carry parts of it with you always. As you sit here beside me, I'm telling you this because it's important. We survived, and in that survival, there's a lesson. I've lived my life holding on to the love we shared, the determination that kept us alive. It's this love, this hope, that I want to share with you. Never forget, my dear, what war steals from us. Not just safety or homes, but parts of our very soul. And as I tell you this story, my story, remember there are countless others like it, whispers from the shadows of history. These are the echoes we carry. Share this story with someone who needs to remember what the shadows of war left behind.